There's probably two individuals that really, if you had to start, there's always a risk with naming names, but there's two. There's Dr. Walsh and there's Bill Perry, and the combination of those two efforts and each of their expertise and brilliance that they brought to the table to envision this and put this in place, and then certainly that original steering committee, which was 10 or 15 individuals in the county, deserve a lot of credit for having the foresight to put something like this even in place that could last. Now this will be the 45th year. Purpose. Certainly they wanted to have a world-class art show. There's no question. They wanted to celebrate the carvers and our heritage in terms of the Eastern Shore, but I think the conservation in terms of protecting that way of life as well as celebrating it through the festival, I think was in their minds from the beginning. The basic idea, which I think the festival serves, is not everybody can give a large sum of money to their favorite conservation organization. Not everybody can be actively making an impact one way or the other, or it's difficult to make that impact. But through the festival, you have the opportunity to take a great deal of pride in, through your efforts of volunteering through the festival, you are having that impact. So I think the festival still remains the cornerstone in the outreach and the process through. Not only do we raise money, but we make the people feel as though they're being a part of something that's got a kind of a higher purpose of conservation. Well, it's always hard with something that's been around so long. What's the difference between being traditional to your roots and just repeating the same thing over and over again? There's a fine line, and we try to walk that. We certainly over the years have added the dock dogs and the wine tent. We have, which is one of our hallmarks, we have the World Championship Goose Calling Contest on Saturday evening. We have the art, and we have, I think, some of the best wildlife artists in the world, sculptures. In some ways, it is the same Waterfowl Festival, but if you've been coming and you remember what it was 10, 15, 20 years ago, everything's in a different place, and the artists change over. So I think the volunteers have done and the board have done a great job in keeping the traditional components and the feel, but changing things up enough that the visitors have a great time, coming back year after year after year. Yes, every generation is different, but I'm not sure people don't still want to be at leisure with their kids at a slower pace every once in a while. I'm not sure that that's going to go away. It might be a little harder to find that time, but I still think the Waterfowl Festival offers that. It's a relaxed atmosphere. You can do it all in 3 days. It's $15 to come for the whole weekend. Kids under 12 are free. There is something at each place for the kids to do, and the atmosphere. And so I think we're getting those people. And if you look at 45 years and 15 to 18,000 people coming year in and year out, we have to be getting them. Yeah. You see it also in our volunteer ranks. You see countless generational sort of, it's almost like the migration of the birds. You have my parents did this. You're naturally drawn to being involved, and you've seen that involvement, and that's been passed down to. I think the message I would get out is that no matter whether the festival has that economic impact to the community or the celebration of the Eastern Shore and the art show, it is a conservation, it has that conservation purpose from its creation, which I don't know that always people have that in their mindset, because the other two factors of we're celebrating life on the Eastern Shore and it's an art show overwhelm that sometimes while you're visiting us. I think the main thing that I look forward to is the sense of coming together and camaraderie that is involved in the community from the top to the bottom, from the mayor to the utilities, to our volunteers, to the businesses. That sense of, oh, this is special, it's the Waterfowl Festival, we've got to try to figure out how to make this look right, because it's like having a big party at your house. Yeah. You're going to clean the house, check it twice, and make sure that everything looks right. And there's that sense of coming together for a common goal. You know, it sounds corny, but it's sort of the all for one, one for all, which doesn't happen many times in life, where everybody's on the same page and everybody's rooting for you and everybody wants the thing to succeed. And, you know, there's that push and there's that sense of, okay, we did it, one more year.